Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video today. Today, we are going to be talking about PES 2019. My opinions about the game. I'm going to say this right off the bat, guys. I have to be completely honest, okay? The game is fantastic, okay? At first, you're kind of like unfamiliar with the game mechanics and understanding like how you're supposed to shoot, how you're supposed to pass, how you're supposed to defend. Once you get past that, right, and actually understand the game mechanics, because it's a completely different game to FIFA, right? PES is a fantastic game. Now, we're going to get into all the specifics of why I think the game is really good and why I think it's really fun, but why I also think that it won't beat FIFA in terms of that popularity contest and in terms of that hype that FIFA or EA offers to the game, right? So, right off the bat, I want to start off with saying Monaco is probably the best team to use in the demo, because when you play the demo in PES 2019, you can actually use teams to play with online, because the dudes at Konami have an actual setting in the demo where you can actually play online quick matches, right? So that's a really cool feature that they added, because that's the only way for you to really and truly test your game to see if it is a good game or a bad game, right? So right off the bat, use Monaco, maybe put Gegenpress and Tiki Taka. We'll get into that into a different video for fun. But right now, I just need to talk about the game mechanics. The reason why I like PES so much, the passing has always been gorgeous in PES. The passing plays have always been absolutely incredible. The 1-2s are really nice. The passing to lay it off to someone has always felt good. There's no driven pass. You just hold X or A, or you just tap X or A. The runs that the players make when you find the right tactics that fit your style the best, beautiful. They make the most incredible runs. The game actually rewards you for making the extra passes on the attack. So if you're, making the plays in the middle and then you lay it off to a right striker, you don't have to shoot right away with the right striker. If you actually lay it off to another person, in FIFA, defensive AI would save them. But in this game, you get rewarded for actually having the vision to see that pass to make a really, really nice goal. The tiki-taka in this game is incredible. If you guys don't know what tiki-taka is, it's basically Barcelona style of play of a triangle formation where it's just all about really good passing plays. I'm probably going to make a goals compilation of all the beautiful goals that I scored in this demo so far. I had so much fun playing it, right? I think the best formation so far, again, is Monaco's version of the 4-2-3-1. I think if you, again, put Gegenpress and I think it was false 9 for the striker. Beautiful, man. The team plays really, really nicely. Defensively, this is a big thing for me, okay? Defensively, there's no defensive AI that saves you in this game, okay? If you suck at defending, you will be exploited for sucking at defending. It feels very nice, because PES has always had dynamic tactics in their game. I didn't really mess around with it in PES because in the demo, if you play with your team once, everything resets when you play it again, because it's a demo, right? That's usually how it works. In the full game, obviously, you can use the dynamic tactics as much as you want, but in the demo version of the game, it resets. So I didn't really mess with it, but I know exactly what I would do with it if I was messing with it. So dynamic tactics is already been a thing in PES. Beautiful thing. FIFA got that from PES, right? Defensively, the way you defend in this game, right, is you second man press with circle, right? Here's the thing. In PES, right, when you second man press, right, you are putting yourself at a risk if you're not second man pressing the right way. And there's no right way, because if you second man press but you're controlling somebody else to watch the passing run, or if you think someone's going to make a certain passing play with a Y pass or an A pass, or you guys know the difference between the PlayStation Xbox controller, you can do that and second man press. But if you second man press, it's not hard to pass that second man press. In FIFA, defensive AI is so overpowered that if you second man press, it's the best way to defend the game, because it's so hard to pass those people. You're literally just passing amongst the midfield, having nothing happen to you for the most part. And that's not because defensive AI, or it's not because the person you're playing against is good defensively. It's because the defensive AI is so overpowered in FIFA. So in PES, the way that you defend most of the times is you hold X, right? But holding X is like playing old FIFA, right? If you hold X or A, right, the player commits directly to the person, right? So it's not like in FIFA where if you hold A, they only linger around the person who's attacking, right? in this game, they will fully commit. But if you fully commit and you only hold X or A, people can easily exploit you on the attack because they'll notice that you're doing that, and you'll just be able to dribble around them so easily in this game because the dribbling is actually very responsive in this game for the most part, right? So defending is very nice because if you double tap X or A, you basically make a challenge. If you hold X, you're committing because you know you're going to get that ball. And if you hold circle, you can actually watch a play being made from the outside, but also put pressure on the opponent. But then you have to switch to the person you're defending with on the opponent in order for you to get the ball most of the times. But the second man press works the same way as the regular press with X or A, except for, you know, you're not controlling him yourself, so you can't really dictate the direction of where he's going, right? He's just going to go in whatever direction he wants. So sometimes you have to hold it, let it go, hold it, let it go. So defensive tactics, I love it because when you pass someone attacking wise, you know that you outplayed them, right? It wasn't, I will be completely honest with you guys, man. When I was playing this demo, I barely conceded or scored garbage goals. Garbage goals happens in real life, right? Sometimes there's certain deflections that happen, certain situations that go down the game. But very rarely did it happen to me when I was playing PES. When I conceded a goal, most of the times it felt very, very authentic. The thing that the guys at Konami understand is that when you're finishing in the game, both things need to look good. The way your player finishes the opportunity and the way your goalie goes after the opportunity, right? There was one goal that a guy scored against me with his Thomas Lemar, and it just looked so authentic because in real life, that's exactly how someone would score. The way the goalie dove to the floor, the way that Thomas Lemar kind of like did a regular shot, but it was kind of like a dink at the same time over the goalie's left foot. It was beautiful, man. The game feels very, very authentic. Finishing and goalkeepers. Finishing at first is very hard. The reason why it's hard is not because it's hard. It's hard because I've become accustomed to the FIFA way of finishing, right? So in PES, when you score goals, they're very authentic. So if you feel like you should do a finesse shot, you should do a finesse shot. If you feel like you should do a power shot, you should do a power shot, right? It's very, very good in that manner. I've scored different goals. It's never been the same. Sometimes certain situations, if I have the extra time, I'll take the extra touch, do a finesse shot with a strong foot. If I have to cross it into the box and my player is in front of the defender and he hits a volley across goal, very, very effective, which you can defend against, because I forgot to mention this with defensive tactics. There is a mechanic in PES where you can cancel a run, right? Or not cancel a run, but basically what it is in FIFA, if you're running in a straight line, especially if you're defenders, sometimes you'll notice, right, that your player will run like, I'll try to like position this for you guys perfectly. They'll run like this, when in reality, you want them to run like this, right? Let's just say your fullbacks. Like if someone has the ball here and they're running straight upwards, you don't want your players to do this. You want your players to do this so that he can, you know, run equally with the guy as he's going up, not do this and then the guy just passes you. You know what I'm saying? So they have a really cool mechanic where if you hold R1 and R2, you can, it's basically like this. So I'll put the two dots for you guys, right? It's basically like this. So if your player is doing this and his player is going straight, you can cancel and go up. And then uncancel and it'll get attached to the ball again, like in FIFA, right? Beautiful game mechanic. I use it a lot. You can use it when the ball is in the air for a 50-50. The way that the heading works in this game is that most of the times, if you are in front of the person, you win the header most of the time. But you can actually challenge for the ball in the air and go in front of someone to win the header. So if you notice that someone does a goal kick and their striker or their cam is in front of you and you're behind them, you can use that tactic, go in front of them, right, and win the header over them. Beautiful mechanic, right? So if someone crosses the ball onto the pitch, if you know that they're going to do that and you can switch quickly enough to your center back and you know exactly where they want to cross that ball, you can just position your player in that general area and clear the ball out. A lot of times I conceded goals. People told me, if you use this game mechanic, it'll help you in this situation. If you use this game mechanic, it'll help you in this situation. My stream taught me how to defend because it's a different way of defending, right? With the way that the pressure is and the way that the pressure isn't, right? And I'll probably make a video for that separately to tell you guys like how I played the game, right? But again, finishing and goalkeepers, it's so beautiful, okay? Most of the times, if you finish the right way, you get rewarded for finishing the right way. Chip goals are so beautiful in this game because the way that the goalies react to it and the way that the player reacts to it is gorgeous, right? If you're 1v1 with the goalkeeper and you feel very confident and you're very calm in the situation, you score most of them, right? But sometimes you'll do a chip shot and the goalie will save it really nicely because you could have made this extra pass, you could have laid it off to have a guy score in an empty net. Beautiful, right? Long shots. The long shots are very good in this game, but they're not very good to the point where they're overpowered. They just feel amazing, right? There's a certain shot in the game where you could be running, and then you'll take the shot from here to the right side of the net, and it just feels so amazing. Sometimes you hit it nicely, sometimes you don't hit it nicely, but it just feels way more authentic than it does in FIFA. You can't really do that in FIFA. Players in real life do that, right? They'll cut inside with their left foot, they'll run in, and then they'll want to shoot to the bottom right side, but they can't do that in FIFA because it'll just always be the same type of shot all the time, right? Because in this game, the way that they have their timed finishing is very, very nice, right? You kind of have to time when you press circle, when you let go of the sprint button. It's a very, very nice feel, right? Finesse shots are effective. Long shots are effective. Crossing in this game is effective if you use the right striker. So if you're using people like Olivier Giroud, Higuain, Falcao, they feel very nice. If you tell these strikers to play in a false nine, or you tell your attacking tactics, because it's different in PES, if you tell your attacking tactics to play as a false nine, the way that they shield the ball, because there's no shield mechanic, it just does it by itself, right? The way they shield the ball to lay off a pass to somebody else, they're actually effective. There was a game that I was playing, guys, where I had Griezmann as my striker, and I was playing against this guy. It was 0-0 at halftime. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm going to change some things at halftime. I switched Griezmann. It was like a 4-5-1 formation. I switched Griezmann down to the left center mid position in the PES game. It's a different position, but in the PES game, it's left center mid. And I put Olivier Giroud from the bench to the pitch because I noticed like it's like a real life comparison of the game and how you would do it in real life. I need physical presence up there because Griezmann was always getting out-bodied. So I was like, if I have someone that's physical that can lay the ball off to someone like Griezmann and Mbappe to the sides, like in real life, it'll help me so much. 3 goals in the second half. Just because of that switch, because it just made sense in that situation to put someone like Giroud on the pitch because it's like real life football. And there was a game which Belgium was playing against, I think it was Brazil or something. I can't remember exactly who it was. But they subbed on Chadley and Fellaini for physical presence in the air to win the headers in the air. And they ended up winning 3-2 in that game. I don't remember exactly which team it was. I think it was Russia, actually. Chadley scored in the last minute. Fellaini scored a header inside the box. That tactic is a real-life tactic. He put those guys on because he wanted to try to get that cross in. I put Giroud in because if I want to cross the ball in, I need someone stronger than Griezmann to try to hit those headers into the back of the net. I need someone stronger than Griezmann for me to lay the ball off to the sides because that's where I want to exploit the space. The game is fantastic, man. It's literally fantastic. There's a few things that are bothersome, right? I love the game mechanic in FIFA where you can hold our trigger and use the left stick at the same time, and it's just smoothly kind of like transitions to certain areas. In PES, it's stiff. So that can be annoying, but not like to the point where like I hate this game now, right? What else was there in PES? The goalies were fine, the shooting was fine, the defending was fine, the attacking was fine. Honestly, nothing that happened to me I hated. Like when I conceded a goal, I was like this, man. I was like, oh, I love that, you know, when I concede a goal and I'm just like, that was a beautiful goal, you know? Like, when someone scores a nice goal against me, I like that, you know? Not because the game mechanic screwed me, but because I screwed myself. Defensively, I was really bad when I first started playing the game because, again, I didn't understand the game mechanics and how to pressure. And because there's a mechanic in FIFA where, like, if you hold A, right, before you receive the ball, you can press A again and then go in a different direction. You can't do that in PES because there's no delay in PES, right? In PES, don't press A, you just press it when you receive the ball. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of like different mechanics. I'll be completely honest with you guys, and a lot of you guys may or disagree or may agree, whatever it is. This is the best football simulator that I've played in the last 5 years. 5 years. The graphics from afar have been significantly improved, okay? 2 years ago, it was garbage, okay? I was like, what is this? Like, this is 2016, and the game still looks terrible from afar because the game up close looked good, but the game from far looked like trash, right? But now it actually looks really good. It looks like a game that was actually made in 2018, right? So the graphics are fantastic. The authenticity of the game is great. The tactics of gegenpress, false nine, having your fullbacks always overrun. There's just so much experimenting you can do in PES, and it's just a fantastic game, right? I hope that FIFA's gameplay can be similar to this PES gameplay, because if it is, then I'll really, really enjoy the game, because I had a lot of fun playing the demo. I stopped playing it because I've been playing it for 7 hours. 7 hours, guys, of PES, because that's how much I really, really enjoyed it. But that is going to conclude the video for today, guys. If you guys have any comments that you want to leave down below of how you think of what you think about PES, what you think about FIFA, be sure to let me know down below. I'll be talking about it in a new video where I mention what types of tactics and instructions I like in PES that is probably the best for people to use, so that you guys can try it out yourselves when you play the game. Because it literally changed my perspective on the game when I used Monaco and I changed certain things here and there. The team played so nicely, right? So I will make a video about that in the future, probably like a day or two from now. We'll see how that goes. But if you guys did enjoy the video, please drop a thumbs up on it. Definitely helps out the channel a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.